Representing Fractions 2, Misconception 2. Students with Misconception 2, area of region compared to the whole, associate the number of pieces shaded with the numerator and the total number of pieces for the entire figure with the denominator, and pay attention to the shape of the pieces, but do not recognize the amount of the region compared to the whole area. One type of representation students encountered on the assessment was divided into different shaped regions. Students needed to visualize the shaded area of the shape compared to the whole area of the shape. One way of doing this is to extend this horizontal line through the entire shape. By doing this, students can see the shaded area is 1/4 of the entire region. Students were asked if the shaded area was 1/4. Student A responded by extending the horizontal line through the entire figure and adding a vertical line through the original figure. Below the figure, student A wrote 2/8 equals 1/4. This is evidence that the student associated the number of shaded pieces with the numerator and the total number of pieces in the figure with the denominator. Student A continued in writing to explain that 2/8 could be reduced to 1/4, showing evidence that the student has an understanding of equivalent fractions. Overall, there is evidence the student did recognize the amount of the shaded region compared to the whole area, even though the shaded area had a different shape. Student B responded, "I chose this answer because not all of the shapes are the same size." This response indicates evidence of misconception 2. The student did not recognize the amount of the shaded region compared to the whole area because the shaded area had a different shape. Students also encountered representations that were discontinuous, having gaps between the shaded pieces. And also, the total number of equal pieces was a multiplicative factor of the denominator of the fraction in its simplified form. Let's take a look at their thinking as they worked with this type of representation. When asked if 1/3 was shaded, student A responded yes and redrew the original representation. Then student A created a new representation, moving the 4 shaded boxes to the top row. The student placed an equal sign between the 2 representations. This gives us evidence that student A could visualize the fraction in multiple ways. The equal sign indicates the student saw 4/12 as being equivalent to 1/3. Student B chose the incorrect response, stating, "The shape isn't shaded 1/3 because if you put the little squares together, it would equal 4/12. While the student could accurately name the fraction for the figure, the student did not provide evidence that 4/12 was equal to 1/3. This is an example of misconception 2. Students also encountered representations with unequal partitioning. Let's explore their thinking about this type of representation. Students were asked if 2/5 of this unequally partitioned shape was shaded. Student A chose yes, stating if you made lines to make the other parts like the already made part, it has 5 pieces. This provides evidence that student A was able to envision the shaded part as 2/5 of the whole, and then added 2 partitions to the original representation to help describe it. Student A associated the number of pieces shaded with the numerator and the total number of pieces after partitioning with the denominator, and paid attention to the size of the pieces and recognized the amount of the shaded region compared to the whole area. Student B chose the incorrect response, no, stating, this is not 2/5 because there isn't even 5 sections, there's only 3. This is evidence student B did not recognize the amount of the shaded area compared to the entire area.